Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a stainless steel 1994 limited edition of 500 pieces made in Besançon, France by Alain Silberstein, the architect turned watch designer. He launched his independent brand in the late 80s when almost no one else was doing this, making the transition from architecture to watch design proved seamless as he introduced elements of Dada and Bauhaus and De Style into the world of watchmaking, including this outrageous Bolido style. So the Bolido was one of the largest watches of the 1990s. This 1994 edition of 500 pieces features a black dial. There was also a silver-white dial. You can see the watch is indeed bold. Taking a look at it in profile, you can see it's almost ginormous by 1990s standards. It's not huge by modern standards, but it's got a lot of presence. It looks bigger than it is. So in terms of width, not counting the crown, it's 32.1 millimeters across. It is 12.8 millimeters thick at its thickest, and then it is 47.8 lug-to-lug. And we do have this screw-fixed bar that retains the bracelet, but then when you look within it, a spring bar holds the bracelet to that larger barrel-shaped structure. And so that lug spacing, the one with the spring bars, that is 22 millimeters right there. The bracelet's a good-looking combination of polish and satin. Notice the tiers of diagonal rows that run down the bracelet. So it's got staggered finish, but in a very deliberate and designed fashion. It's designed to make a statement. No part of this watch is a default design. And you could see that really on both sides. It echoes. There's even a little bit of a design built into the end piece of the case that echoes the linearity of the bracelet. And then the clasp itself features drillings, very similar to what you'll find on the Movement. It's a single fold clasp. You could see Alain touting the French touch with the company logo. Inside the clasp, you can see we have several different sets of divots. We've got 5 of them, so you can dismount the spring bar, move this back and forth to fine-tune the fit. It all closes. There is a clamshell lock to keep it shut. And then in terms of links, you can see it's a rather unconventional construction. And we will work to make sure this is sized properly for you. But in short, those screws underneath represent removable links. Taking a look at the profile, you can see that it's actually quite a bit thinner at its center than it is at its edge. When I measured 12.8 millimeters, I measured it here. Now it's nicely rolled, polished, beveled. We've got a number of fundamental colors and shapes, a little bit of a nod to De Style, and it is also a little bit Dada. There is some silliness to it. Bauhaus, often cited as the inspiration for Alain Silberstein watches, does not entirely describe some of the inside jokes, the wackiness, and the sense of humor. Bauhaus is designed to be a little bit more of a form follows function aesthetic, whereas a lot of this is arts, basically for art's sake. So you can see we've got a power reserve indicator at the bottom. We've got a date up at the top. The power reserve indicator is a module on top of a ETA 2892A2 base. We have some of those fundamental colors, yellow, blue, and red up at the top. So the little starfish, that is your running seconds. And yes, it does feature hacking, but good luck synchronizing that to a reference time. There is also a quick set for the date. The power reserve indicator traces the 42-hour bidirectional automatic winding power reserve of the watch, and it will be wound using this rotor. Now you can see between the engine turning, the gilding, the drillings, and the little note 1994, the year of this 500-piece edition. A lot of this has been customized, but its ETA origins are obvious. In fact, the ETA seal in 2892A2 can be found right on the Movement. It's a 4 hertz beat rate. The base movement has 21 joules. Again, it's got a power reserve module on top of it. It is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer adjusted in 5 positions, and it does include the chronometer timing card, the long form chronometer timing card with this boxed set, which also includes a spare Alain Silberstein leather strap and strap tools. This watch comes with its full set, including original sale documents documenting its sale in 2002. Yes, quite a few years after it was made. It was sold in 2002, and this was often common with Silberstein pieces, which were difficult for vendors to market because they didn't understand the brand well. And if you had a Silberstein next to a Rolex, an Omega, or a Breitling back in the 90s, what do you think you were going to try to move first? The watch that was easier to explain. So there was often a big gap between the time these watches were made and the time that they were actually sold. The chronometer certificate confirms 1994 certification of the movement. You can see this is a steel case, individual numbering, made in France. And then it is, of course, the automatic Bolido. Also important to note, this watch will come with a CETEHOR, or a CETEHOR, CETEHOR. It is a certification which is rated in stars. This is 3-star from an organization in Besançon that rates the overall qualitative chops of a watch. So it's not like Poisson de Genève where it's strictly about decoration. It's more of a measure of overall quality for a watch made in Besançon. So it's an interesting secondary certification for this watch to have, and one that is very, very French. But historically, when you see French watches or watches marketed in France that feature a number of stars or talk about CETEHOR or talk about the number of star rating they've received, that's what they're talking about. And this watch comes with that documentation too. A really cool historical piece. The only thing that's left now is to throw it on the wrist and give you a sense of how it fits. Back in the 1990s, short of a Panerai Luminor or a Royal Oak Offshore, there was nothing else with this kind of wrist presence except maybe G-Shock, a timepiece that is anything but bashful, unabashedly French, and a timepiece that represents Alain Silberstein at his best. Some of the later Silberstein pieces included complications like tourbillon that could be difficult to service down the line, but the fact that this one's a simple ETA makes it a lot more sustainable than some of his more technically involved watches. And this is an iconic piece, the Bolido being one of those canonical Silberstein watches that you've got to own if you're a fan or collector of the brand. So reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details. You can see those little applique on the dial. It is full of nuance, along with the metallized Silberstein logo underneath the crystal.